So for this problem number 1, it says complete the following table for a geometric sequence defined recursively as f of 0 equals 4, so a start value, and f of n equals 2 times f of n minus 1, so 2 times the previous term. So my f of 0 equals 4, my input has an output of 4, and each time I'm multiplying the previous output by 2. So I can start off by simply recognizing that this is my starting value, and my action for this sequence is multiplying by 2. So 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 times 2 is 32, and 32 times 2 is 64. So then it wants us to write an explicit equation for the function. So explicit equation is going to be, in this case, they're actually saying f of x. So we'll say f of x equals our starting output, which is 4, our action, which is times 2, and whenever we have repeated multiplication, that's an exponent, so to the power of n, but because we started with an input of 0, I don't have to minus 0. So we have our action of times 2, we have our start value of 4. I'm actually going to change this a little bit to show you that because our starting input was, actually since we're using x, keep it consistent, because we start with an input of 0, it would just be x. And then it wants us to graph those points. So the first point, 0, 4. So on our graph, 0, 4, this would be 2.5, so 4 would be somewhere around here. The next point is 1, 8. So the next point's 1, 8, then 2, 16, then 3, 32, then 4, 64. So 1, 8 is the next point. So making sure I go to 1 and then to 8. So that would be 7, so just above this line. This would be 7.5, so it's just a little bit higher than that. 2, 16, so just above 15. So my x is 2, my y is 16, so just above 15. Then 3, 32. So 3, 32, this would be 32.5, so just below that point. And 4, 64. So that's just going to be below 65. So 4, 64 would be 4 for x, and just below this line for y, just below 65, so right there.